Hey guys, this is day 3 of the government shutdown. As I promised you, we're gonna be giving you highlights of what's happening in the streets of Washington DC on day 3, on the days of the shutdown, which, as you remember, happened on Tuesday. And so today is day number 3. So you're looking at the streets right now. So for those who have been wondering what has happened since the shutdown, it is not showing any signs of getting better, because on day 3 of this government shutdown, we have seen some deepening political standoffs, threats of mass federal layoffs, and also economic disruptions, as key data releases were delayed. There was no resolution, and that we could say that was in sight, and tensions continue to escalate across the branches of government. So as you can see, that's a Walmart here in the DMV area. There is not a lot of activity. I don't know if it's because being a Friday afternoon, I don't know what to make of it, but I don't know what to make of it. But ordinarily Friday afternoons usually are busy times to the Walmart. Maybe because of the shutdown, people haven't come out as such as they do, going to work and then passing through the Walmart. Maybe that's what is happening. So let's see. Yeah, so it's day 3. Day 3 of the shutdown. President Trump threatened federal layoffs again as part of the broader plans to cut funding to agencies, and that he labeled Democrat run. And today he met with the budget chief, Russell Volt, to identify, in his own words, targets for closure, because President Trump has been saying that he's gonna close down some of the not really closing down, but mainly reducing the numbers of people that work for the government, for federal agencies. So he promised some layoffs. So there was a continuation of that today, where he met with Mr. Volt, and the outcome is yet to be revealed. But so that's what really happened today. And also there was something else. The Bureau of Labor Statistics delayed its September jobs report, which is a critical. It's known to be a very critical economic indicator. The job reports usually come out every month, but now it was delayed this month. Actually, it was supposed to come out today, and the reason for the delay is the staff furloughs, which have been witnessed across the federal government here in Washington. the disruption could also be seen to affect the upcoming consumer price index report. And a most important development today is that the Senate failed to pass both Republican and Democratic funding bills, and this extended the shutdown into another week because it's a weekend. Tomorrow is Saturday, and the GOP bill, as it has been since the since the shutdown started, aimed to fund the government through November 21st, while the Democratic version included health care tax credit extensions, which obviously have been very, very contentious, with House Speaker Mike Johnson cancelling next week's House session. This one keeps now members in their district to pressure the Senate Democrats, and this move signals a longer impasse, unless of course some miracle happens over the weekend. So you are looking at all the streets here on day 3 of the shutdown. There was a public sentiment too becoming a pressure point, with Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries predicting that Trump will eventually be forced to negotiate because of the mounting pressure as well as the backlash that has followed. And of course, there was a private economic data being used to fill the gaps, which included reports from ADP, Homebase, as well as job boards like ZipRecruiter and LinkedIn. This showed that there was signs of labor market weakening. Now, the thing is, I don't know what you make of it when you look at the streets the way they are right now. I personally still see some activity which might not mean anything in regard to the shutdown and the impact that it will or will not have. Okay, just enjoy the streets. See what is going on now. See what's going on. See. Now, if this shutdown extends further, you should expect a lot more of ripple effects across federal services, as well as economic forecasting and political dynamics, as of course was expected. Okay guys, I think I wouldn't take too long. I didn't want this video to be too long, but it was just highlights of day 3 of the government shutdown in the United States, and especially focusing the streets of Washington DC and DMV in general. DMV stands for District of Columbia, Maryland, as well as Virginia, being that DC, Washington DC, the District of Columbia, is the seat of power. So we are highlighting a lot of what's going on here as people try to understand what this means. Remember, it has been at least 8 years since the last time that there was such a shutdown. And it was also during President Donald Trump's first term that that happened. And now he is back, and so are the shutdowns. Okay, there have been a lot of noises from across the political divide, and of course also the Americans have the say. They have their opinions. Some of them quite divided over whether this was necessary or not. But we wait and see what happens, and whether the stances that have been taken by the politicians are at the end of the day going to be helpful or not. Okay, and as I said, I'll end it here, but remember to subscribe, like, hit that button, and also make a comment down below what you think of the shutdown, and what you expect in the next few days, as we almost get into what they call uncharted waters with this shutdown. But remember, the first one took about 32, I think 32 or 35, around there, 32 to 35 days. So this is only the beginning, but hopefully it will not last very long.